Let's talk about lighting. So, today, the aim of me making this video is I keep seeing all of these stupid videos where everybody is giving advice on how to do these DIY lighting hacks where you buy a light bulb and you buy a housing thing for it and you make your own lighting for content creation. It's stupid. With the amount of money that you end up spending on that, you could just save up a little bit more and buy yourself a proper ring light, or buy yourself a proper ambient light for your room, as in like an LED or something like that. These videos are just like clickbait. They're trying to get you to think, oh, because you're making it yourself, it's going to end up a lot cheaper, which is not true, not at all. The aim of this video is to show you that you can take things that are around your house already, as for example, a desk lamp or a living room lamp, or even just your room's lighting, and you can start out with that. As soon as you have some cash saved up, I would definitely recommend you getting a ring light, like the one I'm shooting on right now, which is made for lighting up faces, and then just have some sort of substitute for that. For example, I'm using my desk lamp, which is attached to, it's like a wall type of lamp, and I just use it for working all the time. I have that to like give a little bit of like light shadows, and then I use the ring light to light up my face, to light up foreground, and then we can talk about background in a little bit. So if you're one of those people that thought you're going to come into this video and I'm going to tell you you can put these light bulbs into like a housing that you buy at a hardware store, you can leave. I've given my advice. Use your home lighting, use something you have around your house. But if you want to learn a little bit more, just stick around. If we get into the whole lighting situation of foreground lighting, which is now me. Well, I'm trying to light up me, not my surroundings. That comes later. If I'm trying to light myself up, a lot of people have different preferences. Some people want harder shadows, some people want softer shadows. It's different skin tones require different temperatures of light. And I'm not going to get into all that kind of detail. You know what kind of light works for yourself. You've probably taken selfies before. You've probably taken photos in good lighting, and you know what kind of lighting works for you. I'm not gonna like stand here and tell you what works. The lights I have at the moment, it's interchangeable. It's a ring light. Let me just show you guys. It can switch between the yellow light, a little bit more tungsteny. Then there's the blue light. For me, personally, it doesn't work as well. For porcelain type of skin, will work a lot better. I use the neutral one just to give me a neutral skin tone. It's fine. You use what you know what is going to work for you. Next point. How are you going to use the lighting that you have? You know that if it's a lamp that is directly on you, it's going to be too sharp. It's going to not work out. It's going to create, the shadows are going to be way too harsh, and it's not going to light you up evenly. It's just going to focus on your little oily forehead. I don't want America coming to like harass me because of oil on my forehead. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to have that harsh lighting on you. You want a softer light. The best way to do that is to bounce it off something else. If you have either a white sheet or something to diffuse it, that'll work great. Most people don't just want to cover lamps and things with sheets, so I'm not going to give that advice. If you do want to cover it and it's an LED bulb, go ahead. Nothing's going to happen. If you do have a fluorescent bulb, maybe you can still get away with it. But as soon as you get to the bulbs that can get warm because they have an element in it, don't cover it, please. Rather just bounce it off of a wall. The best thing to do is, if you're working somewhere where there's a wall, right? Shine it against the wall, try and get a good angle so that you get lit up the most, not the room necessarily. You want you to be lit first, like yourself. You want yourself to be lit up first. You don't really want the rest of the room to be lit and not you. That kind of just looks very unprofessional. It doesn't look like you are the main attraction to the scene, and it kind of breaks the whole vibe. If you can have some sort of substitute light like I do in the corner right here, it can be very soft. You can use a phone against a wall if you really want to. When I started streaming like a little while ago, I didn't have a ring light. I only bought a ring light like a couple of weeks ago. Way before that, like a couple of months ago, I used our living room lamp right next to me here. I set it up to shine against the wall and then bounce off towards me. It did light up the room a lot, but that wasn't the matter. Try and focus on your content in this time. Try and improve it until you can afford to buy yourself a proper light. The best thing to do is to save up. Buy yourself a ring light, a professional light that is intended to light up a person, right? These lights are made for that. It's not just This is not an ad as well. I'm not like advertising a ring light now. A ring light is the best to light up a person. And it's true. Next thing is background lighting. The light you see on this side, the blue light, is just a bulb. If you want to do background lighting, this is where you can start spending some money, because you're not usually just going to have a bulb lying around. The one over here is a blue bulb I got from a very local, very small little grocery store. I connected the cable to it. I bought the housing as well. The housing and the bulb together I think were about, if you convert it to US dollars, maybe $2, not even. Maybe $1. I think it was about $1. Might be a bit more expensive for you, so work on about maybe $2. Connect that to the housing. The cable is connected through my curtains at the top, and it's hanging through that. It looks cool. It creates a nice atmosphere. The point is, you can create nice background lighting that is nice, like atmospheric and ambient and stuff like that, through not a lot of money. If you do want to upgrade to a little bit more money, you can use LED strips. If you do want like a large coverage of area to be lit up, you can use LED strips. That's all upon you. On this side, I also have a normal bulb in there. It's just a red bulb. Same thing. That is now connected literally to my living room lamp that I told you guys earlier that was standing next to me. So I just moved that there, put red bulbs in. It works. It does. All these videos that are going around wasting people's time and money of saying you should go out, you should buy these different sleeves so that you can have different diffusion on your lights, you should buy this bulb with this holder like thing that you can clamp to your desk. It's stupid. Why would you spend $25, $35 on something you can just save up that amount? I literally spent $35 on this ring light. Once again, I'm not here to advertise this ring light. If you guys ring lights want to sponsor me, go ahead, but I'm not here to do that. There are other variables as well. Sometimes it does depend on the game you're playing. If you're playing a game that is quite dark but has beautiful colors in it, you might want to have a background ambient light. If you're playing a game like Call of Duty or something like that, it might not be necessary to have something of the same color scheme, but you would still want something to draw attention. Automatically Twitch streamers and YouTubers when they have more interesting backgrounds, people tend to just flood towards them more easily. Hence the two background lights right here. It could also depend what time of day you try and create your content. For me, I'm a bit unlucky. I have to do it at nighttime when things are a little bit more quiet and there isn't a lot going on. Some people are lucky enough to be able to do it in the day. Daytime lighting is amazing for trying to film things and creating content. Number 3 is the camera. If your camera has a good sensor, like the one I'm shooting on here, you don't need great lighting to light up your foreground and your background at the same time, because mine has focus. It can focus on this and on me in like an instant. When you don't have a great camera, as my previous webcam that I was using, it's a little bit more hard because your sensor can't let in enough light to fill just one thing at a time. So there are different variables that you have to consider when you are thinking about lighting. But just remember, if you are streaming or creating content and you want your face to be on it, you are the main focus. So firstly, try and light yourself up properly. Try and make yourself look good or attractive or just pleasing to the eye when somebody's watching it, instead of focusing on a million LEDs in the room, making everything so interesting, and then you are just lit up poorly and everything, like the only focus is the LEDs going crazy in the background. Like that doesn't help at all either. So if you've made it this far in the video, thank you first of all, and also make sure you don't go out and watch these other people on YouTube and on Instagram and stuff promoting these like life hack things. Don't waste your money. Just think about it first. Go budget it out. I know like some people are just fooled by it looking really attractive and it seeming like a really cool DIY project. I mean, by all means, if you just want to create a DIY project and you're not really worried about the cost, go ahead. But for most of the people watching this, they don't want to spend a lot of money on things that they don't need to. When you can save some money when creating content, you should. Because it's not always easy to start off. It's not always easy to like upgrade gear and stuff like that. Lighting is very important, don't get me wrong. But lighting is also a lot easier to do than people make it out to be. if you've enjoyed this video, leave a like down below. Hit the subscribe button if you guys want more videos from like this, and let me know in the comments if there's anything I've missed. Let me know if there's any like variables that I've missed that you guys need help on. I'll of course read them, I'll go through them, I'll try and help you guys as much as possible. Anyway, until next time, thanks so much for watching, and cheers.
Dude, listen, I am so confused by everything. Yeah.